Later on, we will further develop yung mga psychological disorder once we are assessed by a qualified expert, in the field of mental health, na pwedeng magbigay sa atin ng current conditions natin o yung tinatawag nating abnormalities or we are suffering from a mental challenge man. Okay? So next is one-dimensional model. We have multi-dimensional and one-dimensional model. Yung one-dimensional model, from the word one, it attempts not to trace the origins of behavior to a single cause, which one originally came from yung isang issue na pinanggagalingan ng ating sakit that might influence sa ating current behavior or yung ating abnormal behavior na naging resulta ng ganitong issue na meron tayo. So next is the again the biological again will trace din yung ano natin single behavior na nagko-cause or yung pinaka-linear idea kung sino o ano man yung kinahinatnatan ng kanyang problema or mental illness na pinanggalingan. Sa multidimensional, maraming tinitignan. So, unlike sa one-dimensional, isa lang. Dito sa multi, lahat ng aspeto ng biological, behavioral, emotional, social, and developmental influences are suspected not to become one of the reason why a people develop a certain mental illness, and change his behavior or her behavior from his condition na meron siya. So, yung biological natin, alam na natin, it's inherited or overreactive from our genes, from our family ancestors, or it runs in our family that transferred to us. Our behavioral, our condition response, our reaction with our certain experiences, or whatever it is that been happened to us, from the past man or in our current position or the current one na nangyayari, and then emotional and cognitive influences that we have own on an understanding at the same time if it is developed throughout this following na meron tayo from social and developmental influences. Well, in developmental influences our behavior are changes like developmental psychology, the disorder are developmentally working on it then. So ibig sabihin hindi lang siya natitrigger, that's why hindi lang siya lumalabas siya unti-unti at nabubuo siya, nade-develop siya as we grow older, and at the same time mas lumalaki yung chances kung tayo ay mas lalong na-expose from a unstressed life or that contribute to our life more complicated dun sa mga mental illnesses na present to us, na which is from them, pag na-trigger yon, lalabas at lalaki yung problem na meron tayo. So diyan na lalabas yung mga meron tayong present condition up to the as we grow older na meron kayo ngayon. So like now, yung kayo yung mga nasa edad nyo, like yung nasa bata yung before, makikita natin yung changes ng behavior natin or yung attitude. Like let's say the personality first, the biological reaction o yung ating inherited one is nakikita natin na ganito yung itsura natin ng baby, dinidescribe ng parents natin until now na ngayon na meron tayong itsura o yung behavior na meron kayo ngayon as to response and socialize with other because of social influence, and it develop throughout your growth. Nagkakaroon tayo ng iba't ibang changes sa ating behavior, attitudes, and even our physical body, that is normal. Yun yung pwede natin makita in the mental multidimensional model. Yung causes ng problem natin is makikita from the different situations na pwede nating masabi na it can affect more or less, or they have a role or greater role on that situation na meron tayo. So pwede nating sabihin na less ang biological or pwedeng more ang biological because it runs in the family. It has a potential of the history na pwede natin siyang masisi o pasabihin natin siyang isa siya sa mga naging dahilan. Okay po. So yun yung mga makikita natin. Next is the gene contributions in psychopathology. So in genetic contributions in psychopathology, we have the genes. So alam natin na tayo ay binubuo ng genes. Tayo ay galing sa ating parents, na kung saan tayo yung mga nabuo na tao na binubuo ng isang DNA. So sa mga panahong ito, yung DNA natin na meron tayo ay nakuha natin like yung eyes, yung color ng mga meron tayong hair, and then yung certain extent of height and weight na distinguish sa atin bilang isang kapamilya nito nung family na biologically na pinanggalingan mo. Pangalawa at higit sa lahat, yung ating mga meron tayong skills, no, or yung ating mga intelligence, but at somehow meron lang lesser number of uh, uh, parang lesser chance of to get the intelligence no, nung isang tao, yung tinatawag na polygenic one. So, marami nagsasabi merong influence, yes, but there's a little or a tiny effect of this no na meron. But still, the environment have a role no in creating our knowledge or our intelligence na meron tayo. But before we going on that one, let's talk about first, no, or focus on the genetic contribution. Since this is genetic, more on the biology, no, or the science one. So yung genes, sinasabi natin, no, yun yung carriers ng genetic information from our parents. So kanina, hindi sinabi ni Sir na mental illness not an inherited one, no, because hindi naman yung pagkagawa sa'yo habang nasa womb ka ng nanay mo, or nagde-develop ka sa tiyan, hindi naman yan automatiko na pinapasa sa'yo na totally. So, hindi yung paglabas, makikita agad, hindi yung paglabas ay mapapansin mo na. So, magbabago yan. But, at some cases, yung mga exposed from the toxin, like yung fatal alcohol syndrome na nabanggit ko last time, in using of substance sa alcoholism, pwede siya makita because it manifests on the physical body or there are defects in the parts of the body ng isang baby. So, yun yung makukuha natin. But, it's not part of the genes. It's part of the contribution of the exposed from the toxin ng baby inside the womb. Etong nanay ay may vices na ginagawa. So, yung DNA natin o yung tinatawag na deoxyribonucleic acid, yun yung genes na tinatawag. So, yung itsura niya ay isa siyang helix, no, na paikot-ikot, no, na tinatawag double helix. Then yung shape niya is like an spiral staircase daw. Yun yung itsura ng DNA. So, isa sa mga naka-discover niyan ay si Gregor Mendels, no, in the work during the 19th century. So, yung physical characteristics, no, na binabanggit dito are yung pwedeng makuha. Like what I said, yung hair color, yung eye color, and to certain extent, yung height and weight na meron tayo. Kaya nga minsan, kamukhang kamukha. But at some cases, no, meron talaga tayo yung tinatawag na yung exceptions, no, except for identical twins. Pagdating sa identical twins, has a unique set of genes unlike those na anyone's, no, in the world na merong ganito. So, yung mga lalo na, yung mga identical twins na meron tayo. So, talagang everything is being copied, everything is looks like no with one another na meron sila. The next is the Huntington's disease naman na meron tayo. This is a rare disorders, no, which included, no, in this topic, which caused by a brain disease, no, na degenerative ang itsura niya or magiging causes niya to a genetic defect, no, or deterioration sa specific area ng isang brain. So yung basal ganglia specifically yung matatamaan, in which yung kanyang basal ganglia ay maapektuhan katulad ng personality, yung cognitive functioning, at saka yung particular motor behavior na meron siya. So from that, it affect, no, yung not only the metabolism ng tao nung paano siya mag-interact kasi the personality itself, but the way of how to deal with the environment din at the same time. Yung next naman, isa sa mga pwedeng mapasa rin kung it is a present through your parent, no, both parent, mother and father, yung PKU or yung phenylketonuria na tinatawag is magbe-breakdown din, and then it is a chemical na makikita natin na yung metabolize ng bata ay hindi gumagana, no, inability to work with, no, inside the body. So yung cause niya is a defect on a single gene na meron yung isang bata at nagmula to sa kanyang nanay at tatay na parehong present ito. Pero dahil ngayon sa teknolohiya, meron mga pwedeng gamitin na malesen yung number of present chemical nito sa body. At it is present also in some foods na meron tayo ngayon. So, next is uh, the nature of genes. I already mentioned on you yung itsura ng isang DNA, ng shape niya, at isa siyang spiral staircase. At ang genes naman kasi ay binubuo ito ng 23 pair. That actually, yung 22 is the other parts na meron tayo. Yung last one part for each genes na meron tayo, kinanay at tatay, will be determined if the sex of the child, no? Na meron tayo. So, yung X and Y chromosomes natin, yun yung magdedetermine kasi yung ating male na matatawag na anak, if this one is a boy, no, the mother contributes the X chromosomes. On the other hand, yung Y chromosomes naman will be contributed by the father. So, it will dictate kung sino dito sa dalawa yung magiging anak nung sino yung magiging anak nila. Sorry, kung ano yung magiging anak nila, no, doon sa genes na meron tayo. Then, meron din tayo dito na sinasabi, yung last pair called the sex chromosomes, yun yung magdedetermine na sinasabi ko kanina na ano yung magiging anak ni mommy and daddy dun sa 23rd pair na tinatawag na X chromosomes. So, we have yung dominant gene at saka one pair of genes na kailangan nating makita to know that the complex of the color of the eye, of the hair, no, and other physical characteristics or features na pwede nating makita sa bata once i-born na siya nung nanay. So, yung interaction of genes and the environment natin, makikita natin dito na kung saan given on the person's sensitivity to an environment event is influenced by genes. Tama naman, nakikita naman talaga doon. At kung saan yung genes natin, it's a matter of yung pwedeng sabihin natin yung nature, pwedeng sa pinanggalingan din natin, or mag-create talaga doon manggagaling, or a high percentage or low percentage, bago through the use of because of the exposure from the environment, meron din pwedeng mas mataas or low number of percentage na pwede natin makita. Yung epigenetic study na tinatawag, it is an study of how the environment can alter gene expression or functions na meron tayo. Through that, ang ating personality, other aspect of a human being, our behavior, our emotions, but not our cognitive. Kasi yung cognitive natin, natututunan natin yan through a formal education, through other ways of earning a knowledge, no, in different ways. Iba-iba tayo. But somehow, yung mga affective, yung emotions, yung behavior, also learn, but somehow, yung mga meron tayo from the interaction with the environment, mas nagkakaroon ng play ng role siya eh. Kasi the more we expose from this kind of group, the more we get this kind of attitude from them that we copied, no? Because we have the same way of living then, the same way of characteristics na nakikita mo or pleasurable on you, or you choose to your life. So, genes may predispose us to seek out certain environment. Oo, pwede din mangyari, pwedeng makita natin yan in some cases. And from the evolution or the developmental stages of a man or a petty child, talagang nagbabago. Lumalaki yung chances, no, na maiba, no, yung mga meron tayo sa atin ngayon. The diathesis stress model na binabanggit ko kanina ay isa sa mga magandang presentation na kung saan makikita natin yung tao from the exposure of certain problem or stress na pwede nating makuha from environment or from us that we develop din or kung tayo yung gumagawa. So, pwede nating makita yung genetic vulnerability sa diathesis natin is present na at meron na tayo, it runs in our family, but at some point of our life, our developmental, we experience or we have witnessed some life events na stressor na tinatawag. So these are the living conditions of your life na pwede mag-contribute on your disorder. But once a person is a little of vulnerability, mas kinakailangan ng mas maraming life stressor na tinatawag to fill out yung ating gap doon sa attain ng isang disorder. But when our vulnerability are large or higher, the the life stressor that we needed is smaller than required to produce or to get the disorder one or the mental illness one na meron tayo. So it because of that, yung mga vices natin, yung mga conditions natin and the living conditions are contributing factor. So yun yung magdadala sa atin at yung coping mechanism natin is titignan natin kung mag-workout. Because of that, kung kaya nating i-handle at kaya nating i-manage, therefore, manageable siya at kaya nating i-handle yung mga nandoon na sitwasyon na kinaharap natin. Pag hindi, some people become breakdown, no, because of the extreme no emotions na dinadala nila because of some exposure no, from life events na hindi nila makayanang i-solve or i-handle those things na meron silang na-encounter. So, yun yung meron tayo in the diathesis stress model as described in this part. Next, the CNS or the central nervous system na meron tayo. So, yung central nervous system natin, it process all information received from our senses, no? And as kung ito ay functional, it will react as necessary to that specific stimuli outside of our body or in our environment that we are surrounded. So yan, kung initan, kung nalalamigan, kung ikaw ay ano ba yung naramdaman, nasaktan ka ba, it will respond no by our brain or it will interpret by our brain no yung mga stimuli na yan na na-sense natin from our senses organ. Next is the neurons control our thoughts and actions. So, binubuo na maraming billions, no, thousands na present sa ating utak yung iba-ibang not the parang mga electric na nagbabalik-balik na nagdadala ng message to our different parts of the brain no which later madidiscuss natin that corresponds to certain personalities no at the same time yung behavior ng isang tao. So yung central nervous system natin are transmitting information throughout the nervous system through the dendrites, axons at saka yung synapses na meron tayo which are very important no on the processing of the information that we get from the outside environment. So yung ating mga parts na yan, yung binubuo no na dendrites, axons, and synapses ay numerous no receptors na nagre-receive daw siya ng mga message na tinatawag na chemical impulses from other nerve din siya ipapasa mula doon. So yung other branch naman ng tinatawag natin na axon is ganun din, nagtatransmit din siya ng impulse to other neurons. And any one nerve cell na papasahan niya may have no a multiple reaction with them. So alam niyo parang ugat ng puno na ginawa ninyo on your chemistry or other science subjects. Ganun po yung itsura niya. Yung dendrites papunta sa axon, merong receptive siya na nakakonect doon sa axon at konektado din naman from multiple connection key synapses. Yun yung magiging itsura niya or yung kanyang magiging situations no doon sa pag-process ng ating mga information that received or experienced from outside. Next, the central nervous system are composed of the neurotransmitters. Most of you are familiar with this, yung mga neurotransmitter na meron tayo, that chemicals no na nagpo-flow on our brain no na kung saan yung neurons to send signals across no the different parts of the nung binabanggit ko kaninang sa axon and synapses na meron tayo no to other parts of the neurons in the nervous system. So number one, we have norepinephrine, also known noradrenaline, serotonin, dopamine, GABA o yung glutamate na meron tayo. So these are some of these neurotransmitters na meron tayo that needed to discuss for this morning. So meron din tayong two types niya, yung nagpapa-excite o yung nagbe-burn, nagpapa-apoy para mas lalong maging lively at meron namang inhibitory para mag-decrease dito sa mga parts na so like yung mga sa serotonin if you have a high a high level of serotonin or a low level of serotonin may cause a problem kasi ito ay worry chemicals in the brain. So it may cause yung mga narcolepsy and insomnia na meron tayo. Pag sa dopamine naman, pag too much, it will result to schizophrenia. But if too little, it will result to Parkinson's disease. So every neurotransmitter should be in a balanced chemical that needed to be maintained in the average level. Because if these are too much, no, or too little, it may result to a problem which the individual will result to changes of personality and the behavior or attitudes, no, in a certain condition. Next is the structure of the brain. The brain is the main organ of the human central nervous system, as Hippocrates no said also. It is the center of the wisdom, intelligence, consciousness, no, and many more. And it is located in the head protected by the skull. So everyone knows where is it located and how is it being protected now by our skull. Once our skull are being damaged or experience a trauma, our head or our brain will affect. So it will change like other parts in the brain na corresponds to different ways of our interpretations of settings in our environment, pwede siya magbago. So it may result to changes. Pwede magkaroon ng amnesia, pwede magkaroon ng mga head trauma, or blood clotting, pwede magka-problema sa speeches natin, pwede magka-problema sa ating other personality that caused by trauma no na nangyari. So it has the same general structure as the brain of other mammals. So we have other mammals similars that the brain is located into the head and protected by the skull, and the one that main organ in the central nervous system. But with a more developed cerebral cortex na tinatawag. So tignan natin no, what more are responsible for this brain na meron tayo. So yung brainstem natin is nandito sa part na to na kung saan makikita natin yung itsura ng brainstem ay itong mahaba na to na parts ng mga midbrain, pons, medulla, and the going to the spinal cord na that being connected to our brain. So pag nasira yung spinal cord natin or na-damage, so hindi magpa-function, hindi makapag-transmit ng message to interpret by the brain yung mga stimulus na nakuha natin outside our environment na meron tayo. So the structure of the brain stem is the lower and the more ancient part of the brain daw. So ito ay handle niya ang most essential autonomic functions na meron tayo, katulad ng paghinga, pagtulog, paggalaw, no, at to coordinate ng mga iba't ibang body movements na meron tayo. Yung ating hindbrain contains niya yung medulla tsaka yung pons, no? So sa itsura niya na meron tayo, makikita natin na kung saan yung picture ay nandiyan sa parts na yan. So bukod doon, yung mga other activities like yung pag pump ng heart, no, yung heartbeat, tsaka yung digestion, it's an important one no to us to function our body. Once our brain are being damaged and specifically it damaged this part, magkakaroon tayo ng problem in breathing no, because our heartbeat will get abnormal and our digestion and of course yung pumping ng blood circulation in our body. So our heart is very important no in our body. Next is the cerebellum. The cerebellum controls the motor coordinations and it suggests no yung other research done the cerebellum may be associated with autism since this is no more on the controls of motor coordinations or movements no na meron tayo. Next is the thalamus and the hypothalamus, which is the top of the brain stem na meron tayo. So doon makikita natin yung thalamus and hypothalamus is regulating our behavior and emotion. Kaya nga 'di ba nasabi from the bottom of my heart, that is wrong. It is from the bottom of my hypothalamus na meron tayo. Kasi it's on the part of the emotions that being this we feel, we interpret, or ano ba yung nagiging attraction to somebody. Next, the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is the largest part of the forebrain na tinatawag. which contain daw of the 80% ng neurons in the central nervous system. Ang cerebral cortex natin ay allowing no to see and to look no yung kanyang future and to plan, to reason, and to create some more on of let's say reasoning no na meron tayo. So we have cerebral cortex that divided into two hemisphere. Yun yung left and right hemisphere. So if you have studied before yung biological or physiological science or psychology or in the developmental psychology, you will remember that the parts of the brain na meron tayo from the left and right. But both two sides are distinct, are same, ano rin sila, features or looks, no? But they have several purposes or na tinatawag nating distinct function in one another. So, yun yung mga meron tayo. So, for right and the left brain function. So, nakita niyo yung situation natin dito that for the right brain is more on awareness, while on the left brain is more on analytic thought. No? And many more. We have four lobes of cerebellum, which no part, yung pinaka-front or yung prefrontal is the frontal lobe. Other parts are on back of our head, which is the parietal, occipital, and temporal lobe. These are parts which is no na tinatawag ng largest sa ating brain anatomy. So yung brain anatomy natin, makikita natin yung prefrontal cortex o yung frontal lobe ay isa sa responsable para sa cognitive or reasoning natin in thinking no and planning. So once if it is affected or experience trauma, it might affect no itong parts or functioning nito. While yung temporal lobe naman is recognizing by the sights and sounds, and it reside here yung long-term storage natin na tinatawag. So it also no yung parietal lobe natin associated with sensations of touch, monitoring of body positioning or in posture, and yung occipital lobe naman natin is integrating at making senses of various visual inputs naman. So once if this is being damaged, so each part of the brain anatomy ay magkakaroon ng side effects at will not work functionally. So yun yung sinabi ko kanina as I describe the different parts of the four lobes in cerebellum. Yan po, the temporal, frontal, parietal, and occipital. Next is the peripheral nervous system. And the peripheral nervous system coordinates with the brain to make sure that the body is working properly. Very important no, that the peripheral nervous system is working no, in our brain. So because it is connected with the brainstem, make sure no, yung body natin is working properly and the behavior na meron tayong. Kasi kung hindi, pwede tayong bumagsak, pwede tayong nag-collapse dyan, no, hindi tayo makatayo doon sa ating gagawin. Then next is we have two major components, the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. Very important to because yung somatic na part natin, it controls the muscles. So yung mga damaged area make it difficult no na para sa isang tao na mag-engage sa isang movement, it will not be happen. Kasi yung voluntary movement na meron siya, it will work functionally. Katulad na lang yung pagsasalita sa mga muscles natin na dapat kailangan work functionally. Otherwise, kung hindi, pwede siyang problematic yung kanyang part ng somatic nervous system. So, titingnan natin mamaya ano pa yung mga meron. Like the autonomic naman, yung meron tayo dito sa parts na yan, makikita natin yung responsible in regulate the cardiovascular system. So, the cardiovascular system of our body is very important also to regulate no, the different activities no, dito sa ating katawan. Next is the parasympathetic and sympathetic that is under the autonomic nervous system, which no, yung ating parasympathetic natin ay nangyayari from a time of, let's say, merong mga pangyaring hindi inaasahan or there's an emergency, yung ating body will respond to current situation. It will change the flow of the blood of the muscle, pwedeng mag-fast beat yung ating, yung heart, no? Or it will rapidly, no, yung ating mga other parts of the body in the that the flow of the other parts of the blood in the muscles and other things that might happen, no, and the changes of our body, or it will increase, no, yung mga adrenal glands na tinatawag. So yun yung ating parasympathetic na meron tayo. So yung other parts na meron tayo is yung kanina sinasabi ko, yung sympathetic for mobilizing, no, that makes heartbeat faster, increasing the flow of blood. Yung ating parasympathetic naman is to balance, no, the sympathetic system that changes, no, on our body or physical. So yun yung pag-regulate, pag-normalize ulit ng ating parts of the sympathetic parts. So this is this short mapping of the nervous system, of how is it works. The brain is under the central nervous system and the spinal cord, while the peripheral nervous system is under the motor neurons and sensory neurons, or the central nervous system na meron tayo. Then yung somatic nervous system is under, we have two partner, the autonomic, and then under of autonomic, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, the division one. And then we have here now on the last part almost, which is the neurotransmitter. This is a biochemical, no, which in the brain and the nervous system that carry message. So yung neurons natin from another to receive an attention from a certain ano ba yung stimulus na yun na nakuha natin from them sa neurotransmitter. So we have two groups here, no, na amino and monoamines na tinatawag. Okay? So to go further yung ating discussion, yung mga yan is very important to understand na yung monoamines, no, na two types ng neurotransmitter and amino acid had been most studied for psychopathology daw. Then these are a transmitter that may synthesize in nerve, no, in the parts of the brain na nagsisirculate sa atin. So we have agonist tsaka antagonist, parang anilang bida, no, at tsaka mga kalaban sa isang palabas. So yung substance that called agonist daw is effectively increased activity in neurotransmitter by mimicking daw. While yung other substance na antagonist is decrease or you're black. So kaya may mga gamot na agonist tsaka antagonist because they want to make sure that during the depression period of the person who are suffering from mental illness, they make use of this following present neurotransmitter once it is consumed by a person. So yun yung pwedeng natin. So once it is increasing, they use antagonist. They want to decrease the number. But if it is decreasing, they need to use agonist to increase, di ba, the level. So we have the inverse agonist naman. So pag sinabing inverse, the produced no effects of this one is opposite to those produced by the neurotransmitter. So inverse effect naman siya nung kabila, no, nung dalawa. So sa glutamate and GABA, glutamate is an excitatory transmitter that turns on. So parang fire siya that will burn, then to make it know the different neurons leading to an actions one. So we have excitatory, inhibitory, no, na tinatawag, inactivating and suppressing the neurotransmitter inside the brain na meron tayo. So yung GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter na meron tayo that increase, no, that lower, that reduce anxiety. Kaya nga, inhibitory. Chemical brothers balance functioning. So lagi sila magkasama, hindi sila pwedeng maghiwalay. Both are present, no, with a normal or average number. Serotonin o yung tinatawag na 5-HT, it is the worry chemicals in the brain. So yung worry chemicals na yan, sabi ko nga kanina, pag too little, may effect yan na pwede nating makita. So pwedeng dumating sa punto na you will suffer insomnia or narcolepsy. So we have extremely low activity levels of serotonin, associated with less inhibition, and with instability or impulsivity and tendency to overact the situation. So pwedeng suicide, aggression, excessive sexual behavior correspond with this one. So pag low. So normal lang dapat. It is no noradrenaline, yung norepinephrine na meron tayo, which is the third neurotransmitter, are in the monoamines class. So it is controlling the heart rate, the blood pressure, the respiration, and its role in the body is alarm reaction. Contribute generally indirectly in the panic attacks and other disorders that is present. So, yun yung magiging work ni norepinephrine. Kasi pagkaka too little yung ating number of norepinephrine are inside the brain, that is cause depression or bipolar 2, pwede din yun. Or pwedeng pag sobrang taas naman, hyperactivity, merong mania, or bipolar 1 na tinatawag. Next is the dopamine, no, na meron tayo. Si dopamine naman is a major neurotransmitter in the monoamine class. So dito kasi yung catecholamine term na tinatawag doon sa neurotransmitter na yan, it create chemicals ng structure na katulad nitong epinephrine tsaka kay norepinephrine, which yung kanyang magiging result is general function of the activating other neurotransmitter. So para siyang fire starter to other neurotransmitter na pag sinindihan mo, lahat na nasisindihan din yung iba, no? At ang side effects nito pagkaka too much naman is schizophrenia, at pagkaka too little naman is Parkinson's disease, as to result of other researches na related to this study. So, okay. By the way, that will be the end of our discussion for this morning. It's already reached our last slide. So I think and I hope you learned something about our meeting for this morning na meron tayo. So, yun yung mga meron tayo for this morning lang. Okay, do you have any adds up, concern? Hello?
Sir, may chat po si Kit sa chat box.
May
chat po si Apostol sa chat box. May question po siya.
Okay. Sige, wait lang. Yan, okay. Kate, sir, ano pong reason bakit sumusobra or umunti yung pag-release ng neurotransmitter in our brain? Itong mga neurotransmitter natin, yun yung mga chemicals na nagpupunta mula doon sa dendrites axon through yung mga synapses natin na sinabi kong parang ugat ng mga puno na pupunta doon sa iba't ibang parts of our anatomy ng brain. Ngayon, pag kulang at pag sobra, corresponds to a problem na pwede nating makita. About naman doon sa tinatanong mo, bakit sumusobra o umuonte yung neurotransmitter, it is the reaction and the foods that we eat from our na tawag dito, na ini-intake natin, at the same time, yung mga reactions natin from certain condition or situations na meron tayo. Merong mga situation na ang personality ng isang tao ay nakaka-expose from the different experiences na that may lead to. Kaya nga sabi natin, if you want to become happy yung life natin, or gusto mo magkaroon ng excitatory yung ating neurotransmitter in the brain, uminom ka o kumain ka ng mga ganitong foods for them to be able to sustain yung number or the average level of this neurotransmitter that responsible for that one. So, yun yung pwede nating makita doon sa itsura ng isang neurotransmitter ng process. Ngayon, yung mga pagkain naman na happy foods na pwede natin sabihin. Sabi nga nila, you eat banana kasi it's a good for your neurotransmitter because it contain that makes high levels para dito sa tawag dito, happy hormones mo inside your body, inside your brain anatomy na magpa-process doon sa loob nun. That will actually magiging maganda yung effect nun. Totoo naman, pagka gumagamit ka ng mga ganong food or nag-i-intake ka ng ganong food. For some other foods, ganun din na presence to other neurotransmitter na meron tayo doon. Ayun po. About our intake, about our condition or our feelings, and at the same time, yung mga na nararanasan natin right now. Kasi sa mga nagko-contribute or nagiging factor doon sa circulation ng mga nerve na yan, ng mga billion of nerves and neurotransmitters na meron tayo inside the brain anatomy. Okay po, Kate? Hello, Kate? So, did I answer your question? Ayan, nag-chat na siya. Yes po, thank you. Good for your confirmation. How about other students? Do you have any adds up, clarifications?
Sir, about po bali sa online class po natin, tutuloy
Sige.
po ba natin yung bali 2 days po per week or yung napag-usapan po kanina na bali,
One meeting lang.
opo.
Ayan. In your own convenience or in your own perception din, you weigh din kung ano yung pwede nating gawin na better for us. Kung sa tingin mo ay mas maganda, sige, ituloy natin. Katulad nung naging reason out mo na naghahabol din tayo and it's a major subject. At the same time, kasama to sa qualifying exam, pwede maging reason out natin yung to continue twice a week and to go and to work harder doon sa mga topics na meron tayo. But if it is not possible or cannot be worked out doon sa ating setup sa ngayong nangyayari, lalo na hindi naman lahat is have the opportunity to access with online. Nasa sa inyo kung one meeting lang tayo. But I advise kung sakasakali 2 hours para at least we can cover many topics or subjects para doon sa abnormal psychology.
Sir, bali, di ba po naka-record naman po tong lecture natin and discussion? Ipo-post naman po to sa Google Classroom po, di ba? Para po if ever po na, sige sabihin na lang po natin na 2 times a week po. Then kung sino na lang po yung available na makapasok,
Siya na
papasok
lang.
po. Opo. Para po yung recorded video po ng lecture natin is mapanood din po ng mga karamihan po kasi dito is working student po and yung iba po mga mga naka-data lang po, sir.
Tama naman, good idea yun, para at least magkaroon sila ng opportunity to attend their demands din ng kanilang subjects at saka yung ma-meet nila yung expectation nila dito sa subject na to. Good idea yun, Abigail. Thank you for your sharing your good and wise advice para dito sa kanila din. Ayun, it's an opportunity naman kung kayo ay nandito kasi you can live ask a question and verify some information for some topics na which is not clear and still need for confirmation or clarification, or if you have some needs for some improvement na hindi nyo naintindihan talaga. Anyway, ayun, sige, ganun na lang ang gawin. So we will meet twice a week, then we will post the recorded one to the group. At least meron silang reference in their convenient time. Pwede nila mapanood. Tsaka kung merong tanong, yan, yung mga topics na meron tayo, you can ask ahead or you can follow up na lang kung hindi natin masundan. Tama naman ba or we need to revise?
Okay naman po.
Thank you po, sir.
Okay yun, okay. So, ayan, meron nag-chat, sorry, may nag-pop up. Isa May, much better kasi sir if nakapag-explain kayo, medyo mahirap po kasi pag-rely on understanding kasi mas expound niyo po. Ayan, so right now, mas better siguro yung nangyayari ngayon na ating ginagawa. So, at least meron tayong nagiging outcome na maganda. So, yun lang siguro yung aking observation for the meantime. Anyway, it's already 12 o'clock or 12 noon, pwede na tayong mag-break or pwede na tayong mag-end. Pero, is everything okay? Clear? And meron na ba tayong decision na next week, twice a week, post, and then same setup? Tama ba?
Yes po.
Okay. Okay, good. So, wala mong problema. So, I will end na, but before that, let us pray first, yung presence ni God din. So, Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Happy eating. God bless
Thank
you.
you
Ingat po
po.
tayo
Thank you po.
palagi.
Thank you po. Ingat din po kayo.
Thank you po.